Good afternoon. This is another video brought to you by Fresh Fire. Also, my name is Real. Basically, what I want to talk to you about is about the year Matthew Stafford is having. I'm not going to be too long with this video, but I just want to give kudos to Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is finally coming into his own. And what I mean by that is that Matthew Stafford is understanding the game of football better. He's making better plays on the field now that he doesn't have to just go to one guy. He has a team of guys. And man, we don't even have Eric Ebron playing for us right now. And he's one of our good guys that we've been having a good season with so far this year. But you know what Matthew Stafford is doing this year? He took it upon himself, and he's being a leader. It took a long time to get here. And the reason why I say that is because of the offensive line that Matthew Stafford has had for years. The Lions, we have never really had a great offensive line. You give us the line that the Dallas Cowboys got, and I guarantee you Matthew Stafford takes home the MVP trophy. That's the reason why Dak Prescott in Dallas is doing so well right now as a rookie, because of a great offensive line. And he has a good running back playing behind him. And I know all the talk right now is about the Dallas Cowboys because they have been winning, and you can't take that away from them. But this ain't about Dallas. This is about Detroit Lions football. This is about Matthew Stafford and developing into an elite quarterback, because I did see that Matthew Stafford has the tools to what it takes to be a good quarterback. He just hasn't put it together yet, and the Lions have not been able to put it together for him yet. But as time goes on, piece by piece, if they get an offensive lineman every year and those boys come in and do what they need to do to make a name for themselves, then Matthew Stafford will be greatly protected. Because I think Matthew Stafford got crushed so many times last year where it was just on a regular basis. You knew that he was going to get sacked probably like 2 or 3 times in the game. But now it's kind of changing. It's changing at the guard now where, they're protecting a little bit better now. Thanks to guys like Taylor Decker and the rest of the crew, the rest of the offensive linemen that have been playing well. I can't even name all their names right now because there's been so many guys rotating in and out. But I just want to give kudos off to the offensive line too today for protecting Matt a little bit more. And giving him what he didn't have. And Matthew Stafford wasn't able to make decisions with the ball a lot. He had to sling it to Calvin. And Calvin would normally, by his athleticism, jump up and catch the ball or make some type of amazing catch. But now you got a team full of guys that you can go to, and you don't have to just depend on one guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Baldwin, he's a great receiver. Baldwin, that's one thing. If you want to talk about Mr. Consistency, there you are. And Anquan Baldwin, he has a lot of consistent play over the 14 years he's been in the NFL. He's been doing really well, and he's been consistent year in and year out. You don't have to have 1,000 yards receiving every year to be consistent, but you step up and you make plays and you make things happen, and that's what he is doing. So man, I'm so excited, man. Just happy for the Detroit Lions, man, and being able to get a victory on today. That's like the greatest accomplishment that you can do is staying consistent and getting victories. But man, great play by Matthew Stafford. Another comeback victory. This guy is starting to be the comeback king, man. I don't know how he's putting together the throws that he is, and he's able to do it consistently, and at the end of the game he's making plays, man, and I'm happy for him, man, because a lot of people wanted Matthew Stafford out of here because of just the plays and things that have been going on. But now we recognize that Matthew Stafford is a good quarterback, but he just needs an offensive line. And this year, man, we're not going to have 1,000-yard running back. I was saying that early in the season that I wish that Dwayne Washington or someone would get 1,000 yards, but we're not going to have that. It's just going to be a committee of running backs, because everybody is just injured all the time and everybody's hurt. So hats off to Matthew Stafford on today, man, for just being able to bring the victory home on today for the Lions. Also, just want to talk a little bit about Detroit Dve too as well. We love Levy here, man. Levy was a very consistent football player for us, and he made a name for himself over the years. But man, he's been hurt for the last couple years, man. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Are they gonna allow him to stay on this team and continue to make the money that he's making? But he's not been on the field, man, and that's kind of hurting us, man, because we need somebody that can make plays, and he is a playmaker. A couple years ago, Matthew Stafford was able to make big plays. He was able to do it. I mean, not Matthew Stafford, but Detroit Dve. He was able to make some interceptions, man. And that year that he was getting all those interceptions, man, to me, he had one of his best seasons, man, that year. He didn't get voted for the Pro Bowl, but, you know, it is what it is. Some people get snobbed year in and year out. And a lot of the Lions players don't normally make it because the team don't do good. So nobody really goes to the Pro Bowl but a couple of our guys. And that's okay, man. But this year, man, Matthew Stafford is just having a consistent year, man. And he's doing the things what it takes to win. And that's all we need. That's all we can say, man. We got to go on the road and get victories this year. We can't always just be a team that try to win at home. We got to win on the road, man. That's when you know that you're maturing in your football play. When you can go into somebody else's house and get a victory, no matter if it's a 1-point victory, 2-point victory, 3-point victory, whatever type of victory, just a victory that you are able to get the win. So I just want to talk about what I'm seeing in Matthew Stafford this year. I'm seeing the fire in his eyes, man, that I've never saw before. And I think that was because he was being held back. They were holding, some of the plays they were calling was like just short passes and things like that, man. You gotta let this guy loose. He's a gunslinger. So you gotta just let him sling the ball, man, all over the field. You need guys down there that's gonna catch the ball. And good job for our receiving core. You know, Golden Tate, making big plays, Marvin Jones and Bolden making good plays, man. They making things happen. And I was thinking that Bolden was kind of crazy for wanting to be on this team, but he must have saw something that he had a chance to play with a team that was looking like they're on their way and they headed, and he wanted to be a part of that. And we appreciate Bolden for coming here, and he's showing our guys what it takes, man, to be consistent. And I appreciate that out of him. So he's having a good season being with us. So the number one thing is that Matthew Stafford is playing well. To me, you know what I'm saying? To me, if he keep getting victories like this, he could be an MVP this year because he's having a good year. Yeah, he's going to have to put up more 300-yard games and things of that nature for them to even look at him. But it doesn't matter, man. His comeback, his drive, his work ethic, man, you were seeing it on the field. And I think when we had Jake Rudock here in the preseason, that scared Matthew Stafford. Like, man, this guy possibly can take my spot. So what can I do to make myself a better football player? It looks like I'm going to have to take it upon myself to make plays out on the field. And now you see Matthew Stafford running. You never would see Matthew Stafford taking off that much. Man, he running so much now, man. I think he'll running back out of the backfield. But it's all good, man. This is what we need, man. As Detroit fans, we want to see our quarterback do good. We want to see the Lions do good, you know, and we want to get victories against good teams. The Vikings, the Packers, the Seahawks of the league, you know, all those different teams, man, that's in the league that we normally lose to. We got to find a way to start winning. So kudos to Matthew Stafford on the day for getting that win and just being a good football player and playing well and playing smart this year and not turning over the ball as much. So I just want to talk to y'all about possibly what do you think about Matthew Stafford putting on an MVP season this year and putting the numbers together and doing what it takes to win. I think once Matthew Stafford starts getting more victories, man, you'll see his name a lot more. So good job, Detroit Lions. And good play from Matthew Stafford on the day. Keep being consistent, Matthew Stafford. If you're watching this video or if you see this video, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing a good job this year, and we appreciate you. All right. Detroit family, I'm out of here. Peace.